I live in France actually. I've met a few of the Cardano MENA people, بس in Lebanon. But I don't think I haven't met,
والله احنا we hear so much about what's happening in Lebanon, and it's very concerning. Because a lot of our family, they go to Lebanon regularly for vacation during the summer. They still say, and you can go there, and as long as people are having a hard time, and it makes me think about how is crypto being actually used for anything other than just speculation in Lebanon?
In Lebanon, yeah, I think it is used actually. I believe, okay, so there's the speculation part, of course, but I think it's one way to hold
some assets, huh?
Some assets, exactly, other than the Lebanese pound, since the Lebanese pound is crashing every day more and more.
For example, if someone is holding some ADA, have you ever heard of someone using his ADA assets to actually convert and then buy something?
Not directly. What I know is people that just use stable coins to transact between each other.
Exactly, yeah. Exactly,
yeah,
stable
so that's
coins.
it.
I think the theme of the day is the stable coins.
Yeah, exactly. So what they do is just sell whatever asset they have to USDT or something, and then they take out their money.
Yeah, I mean, I'm almost 50 in April. I have 4 kids. I'm married, and I live in Kuwait. And I've come into a couple of hobbies during COVID because out of boredom. The first one was drone photography. The second one was crypto. So in crypto, when I came in, I was just looking at the coins, and I had no idea what's worth something. As an IT guy, I've heard of Bitcoin long ago, but I've never bought in. I've always saw it as when it was 200 as like, that's too expensive. 1,000, that's too expensive. But I always felt that there was something there. I never felt it was a scam. I never cared about the money laundering concerns. That stuff, it has to be there regardless, because of the idea is so novel and it's so decentralized and so free. And for sure, it will be a haven for all sorts of things. But I mean, when I came into crypto trying to actually invest in 2021, I started with just asking friends and what to buy, and started shying away from stuff like chilies and stuff like very unknown high risk high reward coins just for the bull market. I started moving away and just trying to find something more stable, because I'm in it for the long run. I wasn't interested in buying and trading and selling speculation.
Yeah.
When I tried trading for a short time, I saw myself, and I don't sell, even when it goes up and the green shoots up. I just wait. So that's so yourself, when you know yourself, you learn. Okay, I'm not a seller. If I'm not a seller, then I want something that has real value, not as a short term.
Yeah.
I went to Bitcoin for a while, and then started learning more and more about the technology, about the network, and which makes you learn about other more solid layer ones. So immediately, what's after Bitcoin is ETH. You learn about ETH, and then you get smacked by the high fees, and start learning slowly. It's a very tough learning curve if you're into the technology and not just the price.
Yeah.
So that's what got me into Cardano, because once you get down the top 10 list, and you come into at the time when I knew about Cardano, it was a comparison between which was better, it or Polkadot, as the two potential ETH killers. Slowly start learning about it and then trying it myself. I even tried to, when I had a little bit of Polkadot, I tried to stake it. The staking of Polkadot was really annoying, and it was not fun. It was not a nice experience compared to how easy staking ADA was. At the very beginning, I staked on Binance like everybody else, but then I learned what what was the network about, and I even started running, trying to see if I can run my own nodes. So spun up a couple of virtual servers and downloaded the source code and compiled it to see if I can run the nodes. And then I found that, I need actual ADA to be delegated, and that's like 90% of the problem.
Yeah.
Slowly start learning, and then realizing that everything else is just trying to be Cardano, really.
Yeah, pretty much. When you see Cardano, I think this is how you start seeing the other projects, actually. Because you have already a very good product that is working and that has
and the development methodology, really. That's
exactly. Yeah. Nice.
I think this is we shouldn't really be waiting for anyone, right?
No, yes, it's fine.
Okay,
that's fine. Anyway, the whole point of this is to get to know more about each other, get to know each other. This is the main priority, and discuss everything Cardano related.
Sure.
And even the markets, whatever. So I heard you guys talking about the adoption in Lebanon. I'm not sure about this information. This will be recorded, but later anyone would feel free to, if someone watched it, feel free to correct me. I was watching DX talks. We have Mr. Rudy Shushani and Mr. Tawfiq Al-Rojla Tay, the founder of Loose. And Mr. Rudy is a blockchain expert and consultant. They have this channel, DX Talks. I think I heard Mr. Tay say the adoption reached 300,000 people in Lebanon, though I'm not sure about this number. It's either something between 100 to 300,000 people. As of this is recent, I think it's not very old information. And another thing also, because you were talking about Polkadot, what I do with Cardano is I translate and dub videos, interviews with Charles, and so on and so forth. And right now I'm translating this interview. It's a 4 or 5 hours interview with Lex Friedman on YouTube. He's a podcaster. He has a podcast on YouTube.
I saw it.
And it was I think in 2020. This interview happened in 2020, I think. So it's quite a long while ago, or 2021. And at the time, Charles was talking about Polkadot, and he said it more than once. He referred to Polkadot and like, if you want us to make your blockchain better, we can make your blockchain better. يعني حتى من وقتها like 3-4 years ago, the differences were very there was a big gap between Cardano and Polkadot. Even now I try to get into Polkadot a little bit, not so long ago, get to the Discord, try to meet people, talk to people, get to know what's happening, and it's very different. It's very it's not that I have anything against them, but it's very dead. So like
no, you're right. When I mentioned Polkadot, it wasn't to disparage as much as to really compliment Polkadot as a worthy contender compared to how the architecture. I mean, I'm not a programmer, as a disclaimer, but I mean, it seemed to me that people were getting out of ETH to make the better ETH, Like the founder of Polkadot was the main architect on ETH. So يعني people tried different approaches, each person having a different approach, which is the main reason I mentioned Polkadot. And so as I said, I tried to stake on Polkadot itself. It was not very friendly. The experience, like I couldn't find out how many, for example, viable or what's the term, block producing nodes there were. As opposed to Cardano, it was simple. I could easily find the answer on pooltool.io, or quite a few tools popped up on searches very quickly and very easily, that you can easily look at and see, okay, this gives, it tells me, and I'm easily being educated as I'm looking and searching. And okay, there's this much nodes in the network. Okay, you can easily look through them and see how the distribution of the big ones and the small pools, and why are there so many small pools, and then the idea behind the incentives curve and the saturation curve and all that stuff. Yeah, all that's information. When in other networks, it was very hard to even come across it. I don't know how you go about and search for it. So yeah, I was at this stage in my crypto journey, I'm mostly kind of jaded, to be honest, about the use cases of crypto. Okay, I have all this ADA sitting around and waiting, and I'm trying to figure out what to do with it. I don't want to buy and sell. I've held it for almost a year and a half now, and actually, sorry, 2 years, and I'm not a seller. But I needed to do something other than just staking, because staking is a transient thing. Over time, it's going to diminish, and the returns are diminishing, and a financial system as Cardano wants to be should be used for something. It's worthless if it doesn't do anything. So in my mind, I always thought about the stable coins as an essential gateway, that you need stable coins. Without stable coins, you can't do much. Selling and buying in ADA is not really right now. It's I think about the two pizza example, where years from now we're going to remember buying something with 10 ADA and slap our foreheads. Why did I buy something for 10 ADA? So I always thought in stable coins are they should be a big part of the whole crypto scene, an essential part. And when I looked at the stable coins, again, you find big problems. And wow, all these stable coins are not decentralized. Fine, they're big, and we need them right now, but they're not decentralized. And I firmly believed from the get-go, and the whole point of this whole space is decentralization. Decentralization is not a nice feature. It is the whole, it's the whole deal. If we don't have decentralization, why are we here? I looked at Tether and the USDC, and I'm like, okay, where are the decentralized stable coins? Which is why I was very hyped about Djed from the get-go. From the first time I heard about Djed was in July 2021. Was from Charles Hoskinson's video about it. He kind of leaked it. The paper didn't come out until August 2021. He talked about it in a video almost a month before. And yes, we're sitting on this paper. It's amazing, and we looked at it, and he started talking about Djed, and it seemed like it was this is what we need. Then we had to wait this whole time, because after August, when the paper came out, they announced in Cardano Summit in 2021 in September. Like, so July, Charles leaked, August, the paper came out, the official paper, the academic paper. The paper is still out there. Anyone can see it. It's extremely academic. It's very, like, it's 87 pages of just math. But the idea, you can grasp it from the first couple of pages of the reserve coin and the stable coin. So in September, they announced that they're signing with Coty to implement it. And Coty is already not a small player. It's already a solid team. It's they were working on their own layer 1 network. So that was very promising. And from then all the way to early this year, we've been waiting for it to materialize. And obviously they were extra cautious because of the Terra Luna crash, and then FTX. FTX is not really related, but it's adding more, wood to the fire about how unsafe crypto is. And I mean, I don't think we're really in the proper bear market, but I think these two huge events kept the whole market down. So I mean, now that it launches Djed with Shen, it's for me, this is very exciting, and I wanted to get in from day one. I wanted to be cautious, but then I couldn't. I had to just get in, and I didn't want to mint any Djed. I wanted to mint Shen, because again, I'm not I didn't want to sell my ADA. I didn't want to fix my ADA in Djed value. I mean, maybe when we hit $3, I will mint some Djed. I don't know. Maybe $1.50. We'll see. It's slowly, but yeah. So I'm discovering it myself. I don't claim to know exactly how it works. I've been watching videos about it since day one, since it came out. It's so I mean, this is what
I was also very curious about Djed and Shen. I tried to watch many tutorials and try to get a grasp of how it works, how it functions, how we burn Shen for to level out the value of Djed, and then again to how Djed and ADA are packed together a long time ago. And it's very funny because once I got into Cardano, once I got into crypto, Cardano was my first interest. Again, the person, the other Rami, which is in France right now, he got me into Cardano. I got super enthusiastic about it, and the next thing which Rami told me about was Coty. So also, I think I invested in Coty, in, of course,
that's very nice, because
humble.
Yeah, I don't know if you know this, but Coty holders, I don't know if you have your Coty in their vault, the Coty vault.
I think so. Yeah. Because
I don't know how you store your Coty in the Coty vault, but you can do that. But basically, Coty holders, they receive the operational fees. I don't know if you looked at the fees for the Djed and Shen minting, but there is the minting fee, minting or burning fee, and there is the operational fee. So initially the operational fee was set to 100 ADA, and now they recently reduced it down to 25 ADA. So all this operational fee ADA, which is 100 in the beginning and then 25 now, is going to Coty holders. I didn't get any Coty myself, but is your Coty on ERC20 token, or what is it?
I entrusted my Coty with Rami.
Okay. But yes. How do you hold it? Do you hold it on Binance or?
Yeah, I think I don't know which if it's on ERC20, but I know that it's on the Coty network. I don't know. Coty network is network on its own, so I don't think it's an ERC.
So for example, do you hold it on your own physical wallet? Do you have like a ledger and you hold it there, or do you keep it on Binance?
No, I have the Koti wallet. I have a Koti wallet.
So the Koti
network.
wallet is a software that you put it in your phone.
Yeah. I made it on the PC, but I think it's just like any other wallet that you can do.
And they give you the same thing with the phrase like 24 or whatever 12 or.
I believe so. I don't remember, but I believe so. I made it 2 years ago. I have so many wallets.
You have to remember, Habibi.
Yes, I have to look into it. But what I know is that for staking Koti, like you mentioned, you have to have a minimum actually amount of Koti. You cannot stake.
So small Koti, you cannot put it on the vault, huh?
No, you cannot. You can put it on the wallet, but you cannot stake it. So
then I'm not sure. I need to look this up for you. I don't know if you know the answer. And if you hold a small amount of Koti, would you get rewards from the Djed operation?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't looked into it.
And that's a nice thing to have, honestly. And if we foresee a big future for Djed, then that probably translates into a bright future for Koti as well.
Yeah, I hope so.
Also,
but yeah, I'm gonna look into it.
Yeah, as far as I understood from the CEO of Koti, Shahab Bargeffen, is that the smart contract that drives Djed is open. It's basically anyone can interact with it, and the interface to the smart contract, which is their website, is going to be published open source soon by them. So basically, later on, like maybe sometime by the end of this year or whatever, anyone can make a front end that can similar to Djed.xyz and interface with the Djed smart contract. So basically, anyone can make can act like Koti. So they can if they can attract more people to mint or burn through them, their third-party interface, they will get their own operational fees. It will be like a competitive to Koti.
You mean okay? You don't mean by creating another stable coin?
No, not another stable coin. The same same is going to be Djed, but see this Djed.xyz, their website, the one that you can mint through.
Yeah.
See, when you use this website is owned by Koti.
Okay.
So you use it to mint or burn Djed or Shen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Djed.xyz. So basically, this interface, anyone can make one and interact with this and to mint Djed and Shen. So Shen and Djed are decentralized. They're not basically Koti are not a gateway to them. Eventually, right now they are, but eventually they will not be.
Okay. Yeah.
So basically, Djed and Shen are basically if you mint Shen through another gateway, Koti will not receive the operational fees. Okay. The operational fees will go to someone else, whoever made the new interface.
Yeah. Okay.
That's one of the nice things about Cardano. It's like instead of getting competitors, you do your code open source, and people, without employing them, they will do their work for you for free, and they will join forces instead of being a competitor or whatever. That's one of the really nice ideologies behind the whole ecosystem of Cardano. It's amazing. It's all about community and
it's all open source.
Yes, exactly. You guys also talked about how hard it is to build on a bear market. We can't not mention how hard working were Tay. He just joined us in the chat.
Hey guys, what's up?
Hi Tay.
Hi Tay.
Hey, how are you?
Great. How have you been?
Hectic, busy, rabbit hole, intense, اللي بدك اياه.
يعطيكم العافية.
Thank you.
I'm still waiting. I'm really excited about Flus token. Whenever I'm gonna stay up to date, I'm gonna check the Telegram and everything. So when it comes out, I can be part of this whole ecosystem. للأسف I'm not a big investor ولكن I would love to support and be part of this ecosystem because I really feel like there's a very bright future, especially after knowing the people that are behind this team.
Yeah, definitely.
واحد منهم حضرتك and
Juana as well, Suli, and everyone. Where you're sometimes you're too close to the project that you forget what's happening around you and who's participating, who's helping, how did you reach here, where did you start from. So it's all a story by itself. But yeah, it's a challenge as well on not only on a bear market but as well from a regulatory perspective. So the main question, I mean, I think what will you do with your tokens? You know, like you bought your token, you're holding it. Okay, what are you going to do with it? I think every region has answers this differently. So if you're in GCC, you have an answer. If you're in Europe, you have an answer. If you're in Middle East, non-GCC countries like Lebanon, Jordan, Egypt, there is a different answer for that. And what we're catering for is the Middle East, I would say non-GCC countries, simply because there's a huge need today for crypto as a way of payment, as a store of value, and as a speculative tool as well. And people want to make money.
I was just asking the guys about exactly what you're talking about, and I was wondering how is Lebanon, for example, using crypto?
Yeah, Lebanon, it is definitely there is much more room to improve on the crypto usage, but I think stable coins will be a major player in the development of the country. Without stable coins and without crypto, I cannot imagine how Lebanon will be functional today. I have no clue, no idea. إذا شلنا الكريبتو نحن from this time, from 2019 till 2022, how would this country function? معظم اليوم الناس اللي بلبنان they're using USDT specifically for sending money outside, for receiving money from outside, and to do payments among themselves. If the central bank steps in and regulates in a good way, where they say, okay, shops will be allowed to accept it as a payments, supermarkets, mobile shops, petrol stations, I think the whole country will then onboard immediately.
Excuse me, I'm just wondering, for example, how does that work right now? Right now in Lebanon, if I have USDT, is it mostly on Binance? Am I basically asking Binance for a
mostly
credit card?
True. Mostly, unfortunately, it's on Binance, and it's not the card as well, it's the P2P payments. So if you have your money on Binance USDT, you can cash it out into dollars at not one shop, at maybe 10, 20, 30, 40 shops across the country. And those shops, they have people as well who can deliver this money to your house. Yani, كل shop in Lebanon today is competing on providing the best USDT exchange service. They're having physical shops. You go to a shop, you have a seat, you drink a cup of coffee. There is a person who will come to you and take the USDT from you. He will give you dollars, you will count it, you will check it. It's a very like bank friendly service. You know, it's like the user experience of going in the bank or going into an exchange office.
So you could clean house if you make something decentralized where you don't need to trust someone and look them in the eye to make the
true. The problem with decentralization is user experience. and branding at the same time. So Binance is a brand, people trust it. The user experience in Binance is similar to how you use Facebook, LinkedIn, username, password, and there you can see your money there. So that's why I think, yes, we are about, and I heard you talk about decentralization in the beginning, but I think decentralization is a nice, it's not like a dream, but it's a sales engine. You know, it's something that you add on your sales pitch. But ما في project اليوم in the market, including Cardano, that is truly like decentralized in nature. Maybe Bitcoin, we can somehow argue on its decentralization. بس اليوم كل project في head له، في representative، في a guy who makes decisions. If we take this guy out, what will happen to this project? We don't know.
But if you just try to let's try to make a thought experiment. If I want to, for example, just use Cardano as a decentralized network for a wallet holder in Lebanon, you only need really some kind of a wallet where either you're an old phone or a ledger, and you hook it up to a Cardano wallet, which there is plenty.
True.
You can use Eternal if you're savvy. You can use Nami, which is annoying. I don't like it. I mean, there's maybe 5 or 8. And then you can just, I think, doesn't this cut through some maybe, I don't know, what are the fees that Binance are
today, Binance is charging on the peer-to-peer transactions. They're charging around, I think, 1.5%. But on USDT itself, if you use TRC20, it's $1 on every transaction. So what is happening is you have a shop, let's say in Beirut, and you want to cash out your USDT. So you will go to this shop, and you will, if mostly those shop owners, merchants, they have Binance accounts. So you're doing an internal transaction inside Binance by just putting an email. You don't even need to move your USDT from outside Binance. So you're doing an internal Binance transaction, and there's no fees on that. It's free. So if I have $100, 100 USDT in my Binance account, I pay. Today in Lebanon, there is absolutely no one that would give you $100, by the way. The transactions should be minimum 1,000 and above for you to cash out. So on $1,000, you pay 1% by cash out. You can definitely use a decentralized wallet, decentralized currency, whether it's Bitcoin, Djed, or anything else. But that's not what really is giving the trust to the people. People want the trusting brands. And most of the crypto projects today, they're forgetting that aspect of branding, storytelling, positioning their product, and making people trust, especially as you mentioned, it's important, the FTX, like it shattered the trust. And we know in business, it is easy to lose the trust of people for one single mistake, and the competition is very high.
For sure. Trust today is rock bottom. It's you need years to build up from.
صح. But at the same time, look how funny it is that we're using a trustless technology, but we need to trust the people behind it. We need to trust Charles. No ما في backdoor on Djed. We need to trust Charles that he's not sharing all our information and data with authorities. You need to trust Vitalik that there is no backdoor that will make all the coins or all the Ethereum tokens that are built on that blockchain go obsolete or go zero. So but Bitcoin did good.
I'm sorry. Are you saying that that people don't know how don't have the education to learn that Charles doesn't have our information?
Well,
exactly. Are you saying that Charles actually can stop and then screw us?
I mean, those two questions, they need to be like fully answered. One is, how can we trust that this thing, especially for people like me who are non-coders, who cannot read code. So I have to hire someone who reads code, and together we have to understand what was written, and he has to assure me, yes, this is safe, regardless if it's
this is exactly correct.
Yeah.
Yani, this is exactly how everything works. Yani. We're all non-experts.
Yeah.
Every one of us is a non-expert in everything.
Yeah.
He's maybe, if you're lucky, an expert in one or two things.
صح.
So we all need to rely on experts to tell us that this thing is safe. So basically, yani, I think maybe Cardano is now missing some kind of, let's say, a proper journalism where people can
exactly,
you know,
exactly.
Listen to it and listen, trust it, because yani, when you look at the Ethereum ecosystem, for example, yani, we've seen how yani, journalism is crap. Yani, ما في journalism. It's all just shilling. Yani, ما في, they're all investors in what they have. Yani, this kind of Madri, I don't know how to say it, but there are so many good things going on for the ecosystem when you can go to GitHub and all the code is open source, and maybe there should be some kind of movement to address this question that you're talking about, and someone can say and
this is Mishari, what is driving people to go into scams. And the latest scam in Egypt, 6 billion Egyptian pounds were stolen from a cloud mining company. And a cloud mining company rug pulled its investors with 6 billion milliard Egyptian pound by telling them we are a crypto company and we have cloud mining services and they have a GitHub account, but no, and they bought the script from the dark web. Those guys who ran this scam, they bought a script from the dark web. They paid for it $100, and they created a website, a brand, and the script was running as a cloud mining operator. They were paying profits. Everything was fine until 48 hours ago, 72 hours ago. The guys behind Hawkpool decided to rug the community, and they took 6 billion Egyptian pounds with them. There are people who got heart attacks, they passed away. There are people who put gold, they sold their lands, they sold their cows, they sold their property, their real estate, and they went in. So, and this is not the first time. كل بلد عربي فيها نفس المشكلة. And even in Europe, in Bulgaria, and the US, it's all, why? Because we don't have the right education to go and check. checklist صغيرة, ما بتعرف تقرأ code, hire someone, tell him, hey, this is $50, check for me, is this thing right? So في مشاكل كتير بعد أكبر من decentralization versus centralization, I think, to get the adoption. Even like, there was a point in time, I think in 2016, when a fake news came out and said Vitalik died in a car accident in Korea. Price of Ether يعني بعد شوي حيوصل للزيرو كان. طلع بعدين Vitalik, he read from the Ethereum chain the block header just as a proof of life that he's alive. So imagine such news come on Charles, or imagine La Samah Allah, Charles goes he flies a lot, the plane crashes. What's the future of Cardano after him?
Honestly, I think it's a bit different. Charles himself, I don't like the guy.
Yeah.
I used to watch I used to watch all of his videos. Now I don't even like a couple of videos can go by, and I don't listen to him because I think he's very needy. He's very, he talks about himself too much. Okay, as a guy, I don't.
Yeah.
But I think Cardano has grown out of Charles. Away from Charles. Charles doesn't control Cardano anymore.
This is very important for crypto projects today, to grow outside the founding team and grow outside what the initial And even for us at Flus should grow outside Joanna, outside Sulaiman, and outside me, and be adopted by the community. So, and it's a tough job. It's not easy. No, first of all, from a business perspective, this is your baby. You want to grow it. You want to participate in all these things. But at the same time, yeah, as you said, Mishari, you don't know everything. You need to get in people who know more than you, who have more experience in this, and let the community drive it.
Excuse I don't mean to interrupt. I saw that Nadim joined, so hello Nadim. Nadim, mashkourin, because you did you were the catalyst. You took the initiative to create this community.
Thanks,
so
guys.
So this is just a nice
great,
thank you.
Great to see you all, guys. Pleasure. It was a very interesting conversation, by the way. One thing I would add, Dave, very cool insights. I think that's the importance of peer review as well. Like, as I'm not a developer myself, and it's so difficult for me to understand if this code is true or not. So ideally, it should pass by other scientists that can independently check and prove. Yeah, and that's I think one thing that Cardano does well.
Yeah, for example, regarding the point of journalism, I used to be always trying to search for a partial, let's say, news or stats site. So I was happy to find Mishari, for example, the website Mishari. And then slowly I start seeing, oh no, they're very anti-Cardano. What's up with them? And then I find that they have some graphs that they don't talk about too much, that put Cardano on the top above Bitcoin in terms of adjusted transaction volume. So, this kind of thing needs to be championed by journalists in our communities. They're basically in some instances they can be heroes. You have to of course they have to get paid. It's a job, but again, in some countries when they say what they say, they get killed. And now we're not talking about political assassinations. We're just talking about money, which can be just as a powerful bad incentive, let's say. So I don't think I haven't found a journalist, let's say, entity that can talk about cryptos in a way that people can trust yet, and we have a long way to go. But we need this. People need to go somewhere to hear the news, and they need to trust the news, and which is also a huge challenge today. All this AI is making it doubly difficult. It's not getting easier. It's getting harder to say trustworthy news.
So I think CoinDesk did a nice job with FTX, although I think there is an agenda in exposing FTX at that time, at that day, at that moment by CoinDesk itself. Time will tell. Maybe it's just conspiracy theories, but that's a good example on if a entity that works in journalism wants to really shed light on real information, on facts, they can do that, and it's helpful. So you have every chain, they're like paying their own PR agencies to constantly wash their projects and I'm saying from our perspective as well, like we hire PR agencies to do press releases. So that's a normal practice in the industry, but sometimes we see it becoming like a little bit more washing, shilling than bringing the real facts out. But don't underestimate where this space can go. Like,
and for me myself, I'm in it for the long run. That's why I'm thinking more and more about how much I should I'm trusting Djed and Shen these days. Yani I'm trying to be cautious about it, but I'm getting more and more bullish on it. Again, so just to go back to the, we wanted to share some of the information that since I actually invested some into some Shen. So
just Mishari, just not to interfere, just really quickly before you tell us your insight about and what's happening with you with Shen and Djed, because before they entered the meeting, I was watching a DX talks video, and I talked about the adoption in Lebanon, about how much people are adopting cryptocurrency, and the number I said based on a video I watched of DX talks, you said it, please correct me, something between 100,000 to 300,000 people are using crypto in Lebanon, right?
In Lebanon, yes. Our last numbers that we took from, it was a company that does similar things to Glassnode. So they do like data analysis on the blockchains. They said there is around 185,000 people in 2023. I think the numbers are a little bit higher. You know, there are a lot of people as well who use it and they just quiet about it. We know from our agents on the ground, like there are companies today using stable coins. And there is volumes of $1 million a day, $2 million a day, $3 million a day in USDT in Lebanon itself. Companies that are buying, let's say, tires, batteries, headlights, and in the automation industry, in the auto industry, there is a lot of traders. They're getting their spare car parts from abroad and they're paying in USDT. There are as well shops today starting to accept USDT. So بدنا بس شوية like the regulatory instances to improve ليصير في يعني, as funny as it is, people were hurt by the bank in Lebanon, but they're still obedient. They're still بيسمعوا الكلمة. So they're waiting for the central bank to say, okay, you can now work with crypto, then everybody jumps on board. So I think this will happen soon. And many companies are as well approaching the central bank, including us, telling them we should do something, a pilot, a sandbox, like release a statement, guys. You're either with it or against it. With central bank, I think he's interested in making money. Maybe they're interested in holding USDT or holding US dollars or being the escrow for the US dollars. Now, it is like as we are seeing reports now that USDC is putting its dollars in the bank and they're earning interest on the bonds. So there is like a hidden business model within Circle where the real US dollars, there is a fee or there is an interest that they're receiving for US bonds. So maybe the central bank in Lebanon can follow a similar journey. They can benefit from this incoming money. One more thing as well that we learned recently from one of the like people who work with regulators. You know, regulators are open for a closed loop system. So this means they don't have a problem in on-ramping and off-ramping into local currencies as long as people cannot withdraw their crypto. So you can have exposure to Bitcoin like eToro. You have exposure to it, but you do not own it. In this model, they are okay with it. So let's see how things evolve. But believe me, every single crypto project out there has an eye on Lebanon. Like 80% of the projects, sexes, dexes, wallets that we talk to, they have an eye on Lebanon. Even the founder of Strike, Jack, he has an eye on Lebanon. So this is the رجعتنا لأيام الحضارات القديمة where Lebanon was the place of good things going out on the world. And I think Lebanon will be an example for other countries on why you should have crypto adoption, why you should have decentralized stable coins, why you should have regulated centralized exchanges. So it will be a new bed of innovation and of testing and of launching the new age of crypto.
Yes. Also, we're gonna get back to Djed and Shen, but also ليش تنروح لبعيد? On the call, of what I know, I know the guys really well that are on the call. There's me, Mom, and Robert. Both these guys are Lebanese. They I don't know if they 90% or 100% or 80% they depend fully on cryptocurrency to sustain themselves in Lebanon. Well, based on what I know, so it's already there. Like already,
yeah.
All the statistics are true. Everything is happening. Everything is happening the way.
I'm interested to hear from Mishari on his experience with Djed. Because my dad today uses Binance in Lebanon. So I send him USDT to his Binance account, and he has a Binance account and he goes and cash it out. But lately I'm like thinking, okay, what is a better alternative? Lano Binance is being hit from different sides, regulation, liquidity, reputation. So we don't want to go through another FTX experience. So I'm trying to think, okay, what are other wallets, services die after their, like after they had the court order and they needed to do something with the code. I said as well, okay, MakerDAO die not. USDC, my dad is Syrian, so يمكن يعرفوا and بيسكروا له الحساب. USDT, no. So the only left, the last man standing today is Djed. So لنشوف.
Okay, since the call is already long, I don't know if Zoom will
we have
end
until
the call soon.
we have until 9:15 Dubai time, so we still have a good.
Okay, good. So let me just summarize what I did as considering myself as a total noob. I'm only hyped. I'm a complete ADA cultist basically. I'm just going in blind. So what I did is basically I was waiting for Djed to release as soon as possible, and basically counting the months, the weeks until it was the last couple of days, and end of January. So let me just share my screen here. It says disabled. Okay.
1 second.
Sure. You're.
We can't hear you anymore.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, just to talk about it until it's enabled.
Try it now.
Okay. Yeah. Fine. So here. So as you can see, this is the website that you can mint Djed or burn it. So mint Shen or burn it. Zoom quit unexpectedly. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can
see it as well.
Yes.
Okay, good. Because I got some messages from Zoom. Still getting them. All right, fine. Anyway, so
okay.
Yeah, he was saying that his Zoom was unexpectedly not working, and now it's not working. So let's wait for him.
Mishari, you're muted.
But we can see your screen.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. So anyway, so you come
You're on mute again.
Mishari?
I guess ما حتظبط مع الشير سكرين تبعه.
Mishari, can you hear us?
Okay, I'm back. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, we can hear you now.
All right. I'm disabling video. I'm just gonna try to cannot share.
Okay.
It says sharing disabled.
What I did to make you share your screen, I made you into a co-host. I don't know why this happened.
Okay, anyway, just to summarize.
If you can share the link here in the chat, maybe we can check it from our end.
Okay, yeah, fine. So basically, where is it? This is the Djed website. On the Zoom call, on the chat, here we go. So there is two sections. There is Djed minting and burning, and there is Shen minting and burning. If you've seen some videos about Djed, basically they try to keep the Shen value between 400 to 800% of the Djed value as a way of over collateralization. So they try to make a point of differentiating themselves algorithmic stablecoins, saying that we're not an algorithmic as much as we're over collateralized. So I don't know exactly how it works, but basically, if the price of ADA drops, the reserve of Shen helps to stop people from panicking or somehow, because you can always go to this website and burn your Djed to get your dollars to get your ADA back. Now, once the let's say if there is a crash in the market and the ratio is dropping to 400%. So anything below 400%, it will disable the burning of Shen. It does not disable the burning of Djed. So if you have Djed, even if you are below 400%, you can still burn your Djed and get your ADA back at the current price. Now, so of course, if ADA is crashing, you might not want to burn your Djed. You want to probably keep it, or you probably want to buy more ADA. So basically, when the price of ADA drops and you burn your Djed, you're going to get more ADA than you came in with. And if you minted the Djed at a certain price today, at let's say today's the price is 0.35. If tomorrow the price drops to 0.2, for example, and you burn the Djed that you have, you're going to get more ADA than you came in with. So so the way they can guarantee that people can always burn their Djed is because of how much Shen there is. So the burning of Shen stops when the ratio drops below 400%. So when people start burning Djed, the ratio comes back up to above 400%. So now some people you can burn a little bit of Shen. So that's the main idea. It tries to keep the in terms of, let's say, a crash or a catastrophe, that the ratio of Shen should always be above 400%. The reason for the 800% is just to protect the Shen holders from getting their rewards diluted. So it's when it's basically just that we have too much investors. Thank you. We don't want more. So the real important number here is the 400, not the 800. So in terms of actual rewards that I've seen that have been posting on the web on the group, I just learned today by trying to learn more about. Let me link another useful link by Coty themselves. Djed resources.
أنا على فكرة I will watch the recording of the video أكيد to process again all the information to get it right.
Yeah, basically I'm not trying to explain how it works because they explain it better. I'm just going to explain what my experience. So this post by Coty goes into the most detail that I've seen about the actual rewards and what do they mean. So the numbers that I've been posting are only the staking rewards. They're not the fees that you get. You see, you probably noticed the 1.5% on the burning or the minting of both Djed and Shen.
Mint burn
so
Shen fee. No.
Yeah, there is a 1.5% fee, which is a big chunk of the fee. And there's the operational fee, which is fixed. It used to be 100 when it first launched, and now it's 25 ADA. This operational fee, it goes to Coty holders, which I'm not. I don't have any Coty. But apart from that, the 1.5% fee goes to Shen holders. So anyone who burns or mints Shen, or burns or mints Djed, the 1.5% fee goes to Shen holders. So when you mint some Shen and you hold Shen, that's what you're after. You're after the 1.5 basically percent, and it's a transactional fee. It's not a fixed monthly thing. So it depends on the activity. If there is a lot of minting and burning, you're going to get more of it. If it's kind of quiet and not much burning and minting is happening, it's going to be less.
Mishari,
sorry, go ahead.
Mishari, where does Shen get its price from?
As far as I understand, there is the smart contract that is minting and burning Djed and Shen is holding a pool, kind of similar to how a DEX holds a pool. So this pool has a lot of ADA in it, and it gets the price of Shen based on how much Shen is in circulation compared to how much ADA is in this pool. So hopefully over time, when the fees pump more and more ADA into this pool from the 1.5%, this price will appreciate. The Shen will be worth more over time.
Yeah.
So currently it's 1.06. Hopefully over time it's going to climb slowly, but not, that's
nice.
my understanding. So I'm not, planning on burning my Shen soon to see how much ADA I get back and if I made a profit yet. But I was happy to see the every epoch drop of ADA, which was very similar, if not slightly better than the staking rewards on the ADA. But it's basically that. It's just staking rewards, because they did promise that you're gonna get on top of the Shen profits or rewards, the fee rewards, that you're gonna get your staking as well, which is what I saw literally in my wallet, just dropping in my wallet.
Very interesting. I think for Tay's situation, Tay, I guess you need someone in Lebanon that would take Djed and for fiat. That's the thing.
Yes. And we can, we can not force it on the market, but we can introduce it in the market. As long as the user experience is good, as long as the fees are good, as long as there is support behind the Djed, and Djed is as battle tested as USDT. It will take some time, but this is, I think, is a game now of waiting. Will USDT fold? If they fold, then Djed is the next best option.
You just mentioned it, and I was afraid to ask because it was really scary when you were talking about how many people in Lebanon are using USDT.
Yeah.
And I wonder how worried are you, for example, about يعني if something happens.
Personally, Mishari, I'm not worried from USDT. I'm worried from Binance. لأنه most of the people اليوم they're trusting Binance with their money. Even in Lebanon. ما نحن طلعنا من قصة البنوك we burned our fingers by trusting a bank. Now Binance is the largest bank in Lebanon. It is not a crypto company. Binance is a bank by itself in Lebanon.
Agreed. So I use Binance as a way to get into USDT and come out quickly. Yeah. I use Binance a lot. I like it, but I don't stay on it.
Yeah, no, in Lebanon, people are staying on it. They're changing their US dollars at home. So in Lebanon, you have, for example, statistics that say there is around between 20 to 30 billion dollars in people's houses stored in cash US dollar. And there is, of course, the Lebanese lira. اليوم الاقتصاد بلبنان صار اقتصاد مدولر. So this means everything you pay for it in dollars. You pay for your manouche in dollars. It costs 60 cents. When you are getting change, you are getting change in Lebanese lira. So where is this dollar going to at the end? It is going into crypto, Binance accounts, Trust Wallet. بس اليوم بسبب الريفيرالز, بسبب the activity of Binance on the ground in Lebanon, you're seeing most of the people using it. So number one risk, Binance itself. Number two risk, USDT, USDC. And what is the alternative? يعني اليوم, as I said.
Do you get questions from worried people saying that, what is the alternative?
No. لأنه it's working for them now. So they're not asking.
ولا خايفين يعني حتى.
I think it's working for Mimo and Robert, the guys that are with us on the conversation. I don't know if they are listening to us right now, but I think the guys have been depending almost fully on cryptocurrency for more than two years or something, 2 years and a half or something. Robert works with مع حفظ الألقاب. Robert works with Genius Yield. He's been working with them for quite a long time. Even he went to the Cardano Summit in Switzerland and was with them. Mimo is working in Pavia. He's been working in Pavia he has the status of Pavia builder. He's been working with them for a long time also. You have to bear in mind that these people are sustaining themselves, in some cases are sustaining their families even when it comes to depending on Binance and on crypto exchanges and on ADA. So I really don't know if any of these guys have an answer for this very tough question.
No, I totally sympathize, and if I was in their shoes, if I was there, it depends. Like if I'm living day to day, paycheck to paycheck, I would keep my USDT on Binance like everyone else, because I need to transact with it and buy my lunch and buy my dinner or whatever. But I'm thinking if I have some capital, and I don't know if I have some big amount of capital that I need to store. I mean, I don't know if it's a matter of education that people hear the news all the time and hear about these issues, but of how FTX is tied to USDT, and how a lot of.
At the same time, you have to bear in mind, because I witnessed that on good days, since you're depending fully on, for example, Cardano, in the good days in the bull market, you might make $10,000 worth of ADA a month, but on the bad days, you might make, I don't know, 500. So it's still حسب Tay كمان. Tay also said this many times in his DX talks. You cannot not be dependent on stable coins right now, because it's the most important thing in the crypto space. The last part of the sentence I added, but there's a lot of fluctuations. There's a lot of oscillation. It's very unsteady, which raises the question. And personally, it's my opinion: is it too early to invest in Djed? Is it too early now to invest, especially as me, for example? I'm a retail. I'm like a very small investor, for example. Modestly said. So, for example, is it a good idea for me to invest my money in Djed right now, or Shen right now? What do you think? By the way, we still have 5 minutes. So
okay. So quickly,
yes.
yeah, for me, for example, because I'm always long on ADA, I did not want to mint any Djed, because I don't want to freeze my ADA value at the dollar at this point. I'm waiting for the ADA price to go up. So my only alternative is to mint some Shen, which is also a great thing, because that's how you get rewards anyway. If you're bullish on the project, that's how you get the rewards. If you mint some Djed, you don't get any rewards. Basically, Djed is there for the utility. If I want to open a store and I want to accept Djed, then Djed is great. I will accept Djed. Djed is I'm confident that it will stay stable. But for me, as someone who's basically, I have some ADA sitting around, and the best thing for me is to just mint some Shen and wait for and see the rewards.
Amazing. I think a lot of people think the same way. So I'm sure also in this conversation and this group chat, a lot of people think alike. مثل حضرتك Mishari.
I would really look into how the Koti, if there is a way to put it into the vault and how to get the rewards, because like I said, this operational fee that you see on the Djed website, this is all going to Koti vault. So I don't know if as a Koti holder you get some of it or not. I don't know. I'd be very interested in knowing the answer.
I think we're also interested, because I think at least 4 people out of 7 in this group chat are holding Koti right now. So I'm sure we're all also interested, and I'm sure we'll talk again about this matter through DM and on the Cardano MENA group. And also, I'm very interested in a lot of things that Tay mentioned: statistics, numbers, US bonds, all these kinds of stuff. So personally, I will definitely rewatch this conversation. Watch the part you talked about Koti Shen, from how it
I'm going
about
to share,
your experience.
I'm going to share a few of the links that I've gathered today about how it works.
That would be great.
Just before we leave. Where's the Zoom? Here. This is the best video I saw. It's straight from Koti.
Amazing.
Not too complicated, but not too simplistic.
Thank you. بالنسبة لي, for me, it's much needed.
This is one from Binance themselves. Where's the Zoom call?
Thank you. That's great.
What else?
And also, it's
and
been...
this is the paper. The paper is way too arcane. It's very hard to read, but just to see the origin of everything of Djed to be.
I understand. Thank you. I will share these also on WhatsApp.
Okay.
And thanks again, everyone, for really being part of this community bonding / discussion session. It was really enjoyable.
Coordinating it.
Thank you, Lanadine.
Yeah,
thank you,
dude. Thank you, man.
Thank you for starting this whole thing as a whole. Really, we're all really appreciative. And thank you everyone, Fardan, for being part of this call. And hopefully this will become a ritual, and we do it weekly or bi-weekly. We'll chat about it.
I'd love that. I would love to hear about Pavia from the inside as well.
That would be great. So next time, let's talk more about Pavia. Maybe we talk about smaller projects and the Cardano ecosystem and stuff like that. There's always a lot of things to talk about. And really, thank you so much for all attending. And I'm really looking forward for other meetings. Thanks again. I hope you have a great night, a great Sunday. Have a good eve. Bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.